Welcome back, folks. Beat Shooter 94. We're here with WCW. Here comes the money in 2001. We're here on June 10th, 2001 at the Great American Bash. I have very high hopes for this pay-per-view, and I hope you guys will enjoy this as much as I hope this does for me as well. The last few videos have been doing fantastic, guys, so thank you for keeping those like goals up, making the comments be seen, and obviously I'm responding to as much as I can. I try not to miss any comments to the best of my ability. We're in front of 8,000 people at the Bartow Arena in the Southeast, so we're definitely got a good amount of people at this show, which I'm very excited about. We opened the show with a full hype package. It's about 5 minutes long, or it says 3 minutes here, sorry, 3 minutes. It goes through all the participants that I can put in this thing to showcase who's on the show. Tonight we are going to crown our first tag team champions, our first United States champion, our first Cruiserweight champion, and then in the main event our WCW championship is on the line as Booker T defends against Buff Bagwell. I appreciate some of y'all who put some predictions in, and we're going to see kind of what happens. Tonight's going to be kind of that launching point to make WCW my own here, now that we're going to be through the tournaments and be able to start really getting some storylines going. So without further ado, guys, let's get to the pay-per-view. We get a 2-minute video package showcasing Booker T and Buff Bagwell walking into the arena earlier in the day. They are main eventing this show for the WCW Championship, as Buff Bagwell has tried everything possible to take out Booker T before this match so he could become champion without really a challenge. Booker T returned on Nitro this last Wednesday and showcased he's cleared and ready to go. Still dealing with that fractured cheekbone, but he's in action anyway tonight. In our opening contest of the pay-per-view, in a decent match, Chavo Guerrero Jr. defeats Shane Helms in 13:06 by pinfall with a brainbuster. During this match, Shane Helms had the matchup won as Psychosis and Juventud Guerrero ran in and attacked Shane Helms, allowing Chavo Guerrero to hit the brainbuster to pick up the win. Shane Helms of 59, Chavo of 58. Storyline 4 advanced and gained heat. We did use a creative finish in here to get a higher match rating. Commentary lifted the match and Shane Helms benefited. Wrestling rating of 59, crowd rating of 39, which is disappointing, and 61 on the match or the segment rating overall. So guys, to unpack what happened here, Psychosis and Juventud Guerrero have sided with Chavo Guerrero, as they are going to be a faction in our Cruiserweight division here in WCW. Got a lot of good ideas. We're going to be kind of moving forward with Psychosis and Juventud Guerrero being a team, but also wrestling singles as well. But they're going to be a tag team mainly going forward. And Chavo Guerrero is our first Cruiserweight champion here of the new regime. And that's what we get post-match, as Juventud and Psychosis hold up Chavo Guerrero's hands as he holds up the Cruiserweight Championship after defeating Shane Helms. So, yeah, like I said, guys, the first stable here at WCW has been started. Working on a name, so if you have ideas, please let me know. I'm trying not to use any names that have been used previously or now here in professional wrestling. So I'm trying to think of something original, so if you come up with something, please let me know. Alright, in a decent match, the Road Warriors defeat Chuck Palumbo and Sean O'Haire in 12:45 by pinfall when Road Warrior Animal pins Sean O'Haire with a Doomsday device. The Road Warriors win the WCW Tag Team Championships. Excuse me. This is the ending of our tournament. Chuck Palumbo of 54, O'Haire of 54, Hawk of 54, and Animal of 57. Storyline 5 has advanced. Sean O'Haire and Chuck Palumbo hinted being heels. Road Warriors have excellent chemistry. Good. Wrestling rating of 55, crowd of 42, and a segment rating of 56. So our first tag champions have been crowned. We went with the legendary Road Warriors here to give us an overarching story arc. So I think you can kind of see where we're going here, but I wanted to have a first storyline for the tag titles be something where it actually is going to be something and not just kind of thrown together. So this is kind of where we're going from here. Hopefully it works out for us. The Road Warriors are with us for a little bit here, so why not use them the right way? and let them have a good final run in professional wrestling. And post-match, like I said, Road Warriors are celebrating, and they are the first tag team champions of the new regime. So I hope that you guys like that idea of the Road Warriors winning the belts here. If not, cool. Not everybody's happy, right, with wrestling, but I think this is a good idea, at least from my point of view. But hopefully you guys understand where I'm going with this and understand that it's not a way to bury Palumbo and O'Hare, but it's a way to kind of establish our tag division. So let's see what we got here. Alright, so in a bout that had subpar wrestling and little heat, Billy Kidman wins. Well, I tried to do a Cruiserweight gauntlet in 14:59. He ended the gauntlet by finally eliminating Juventud Guerrero and Psicosis. Had a lot of high spots in this match. AJ Styles blew out his eardrum. That's terrible. That's a miserable life right there. Storyline 4 advanced. AJ benefited from a hot new move, and commentary quality lifted the match. 47 on the match rating. Crowd was a little flat for this one. 48 on the segment. So this was a showcase of my cruiserweights. Kidman got the win. So in layman's terms, he's probably going to be #1 contender now. We'll see what happens with that. But the goal is here, I always love showcasing the cruiserweight division, and that's exactly what I'm going to do here at WCW, as in the 90s that was the big thing that really kept the show going. So we're going to try to play off of that and build some of these guys up to really matter in the cruiserweight division. So look forward to that if you like high spots in cruiserweight wrestling. And as Kevin Sullivan says, AJ Styles has blew his eardrum out, so he ain't hearing nothing. We get a video package. Rob Van Dam's cutting a promo backstage on Mike Awesome as they're about to have their U.S. Championship final match. Just a generic RVD promo here. He talks about how this was an ECW dream match back a couple years ago, as Mike Awesome was the ECW champion and RVD was the longest reigning television champion, and that match never happened. Well, tonight it happens, but for the WCW United States Championship. And RVD lays it out that the result was going to be the same as it is tonight as it was back in ECW, with RVD having his hand raised. 51 on the segment rating there from Van Dam. Lost heat on the storyline, but RVD benefited from having the public support. In a decent match, Mike Awesome defeats RVD in 13 minutes by pinfall with an awesome bomb. Mike Awesome wins the WCW United States Championship. RVD is 72. Mike Awesome a 54. Storyline has advanced and gained heat. They don't click, which is sad. I was hoping they would, but this is the things you got to just iron out at the beginning to see what works and what doesn't. And RVD benefited from having groundwork and amazing form. The wrestling was a 63, 47 on the crowd, and the segment a 63. So Mike Awesome is our U.S. champion. I'm sure a lot of people probably thought Van Dam was winning this, the way I was booking him, but I wanted to have a heel mid-card champion here. I felt it was the right move, and Mike Awesome gets some notoriety, which he definitely should have at this time because he definitely deserved it in professional wrestling. We get an angle post-match on Mike Awesome holding up the WCW United States Championship as RVD is walking away disappointed from the ring. 51 segment on that. In a technical masterclass that had good wrestling and decent reaction from the crowd, Lance Storm defeats Curt Hennig in 18 minutes by submission with a single leg Boston Crab. Lance Storm a 70, Curt Hennig a 63. Storyline has advanced but ended, and Curt Hennig is getting better at his gimmick. So Lance Storm finally got the win he was looking for here, and was able to make Curt Hennig tap out eventually to the Clover Leaf. Wrestling rating of 66, crowd rating of 54, and the segment rating was a 67, which was fantastic. This is the type of match I was looking for out of these guys. I wanted to be a technical masterclass because I knew they could do it, and Storm and Hennig definitely delivered, so I'm very happy with that. We get a video package. Buff Bagwell cutting a promo on Booker T right before the match for the WCW Championship. This is just your generic Buff with the Stuff type promo. Telling Booker T he's going to win the WCW Championship here tonight, and there's nothing Booker T can do about it as he's coming in wounded, and that he is going to take Booker T out tonight and become WCW champion. 67 rating on the promo. And in our main event of the evening, in a bout that had great heat and decent wrestling, Booker T defeats Buff Bagwell in 12:32 by pinfall with a scissors kick. This was a specific storyline match, and Booker T makes defense number 1. Buff of 57, Booker T is 71. Booker T was slowed by his injury, which I knew was going to happen. The creative finish was used, and Booker T benefited from benefit of the flavor of the month. Wrestling rating of 64, crowd of 68, and the match overall was a 69. So I'm very happy with that for our main event of the evening. And we end the show with Booker T standing tall, holding up the WCW Championship as the crowd is reacting to him beating Buff Bagwell, defying the odds of the injury, and still retaining his championship with a 75 rating to send the fans home happy. And that's the end of our pay-per-view, guys. Let's see what happens here. Let's see what we got. We got a rating of 68. We increased our popularity in 25 regions, so I'm very happy with that. Wow, that's a lot of popularity increase. 68 rating. I think that's pretty good. We're going to get to our post pay-per-view stuff here. So address the locker room. So I'm going to give Booker T some love. I'm going to give AJ Styles some love. And I'm going to give Rob Van Dam some love, because they all did good even though AJ got hurt. Praised, praised, praised. Alright. Injury, so AJ, 7 days, he's fine. He'll be back, not this Nitro, but the next Nitro, so that's not a problem. We gained $1.9 million for profit on the show, 45 grand in merch, 1.8 on pay-per-view, and $161,000 for ticket sales. So good stuff there, guys. Popularity, we increased in so many spots. Australia grew a little bit. Canada grew a little bit. Some of the U.S. gained some major spots here. We're up to 60 now in the Southeast. That's awesome. And time for the media scrum. With tonight's show complete, you have taken... apparently Curt Hennig has taken Johnny the Bull as his new prodigy. Is there something you think will be beneficial? Yes, I think Johnny the Bull will definitely benefit. With Mike Awesome having won the WCW United States Championship tonight, is that the start of a big push for him? Yes. Great American Bash is considered a success. How do you feel? It was a huge success. The roster should be very proud. By all account, morale in WCW seems good. Do you take credit for that? I do my part. Let's do this one right here. So Evan Courageous having an off night tonight. Is this inconsistency going to hold him back? Sure, it was a one-off. As Chavo Guerrero Jr. won the Cruiserweight Championship tonight, does this mean he'll be getting him behind him strongly over the next coming weeks and months? Yes. The Wall is coming to the end of his current deal. Will he be with WCW 6 months from now? Depends on his wage demands. And that's it. So that's the end of the show, guys. I want to say thank you to everybody who came for the pay-per-view. I hope you guys were happy with the results, and you may have predicted correctly. Who knows? Having said that, guys, Nitro will be coming your way in a couple days here. Trying to stay with my consistency of every other day, but I'm slacking a little bit because work is just getting to me. So don't kill me with that. But this Great American Bash, I think, has been a huge success, and I think it overall has been something that we definitely needed for this show. So having said that, we're going to get going here with Nitro coming up your way in a couple days. Make sure we're crushing that like button, guys. Make sure you're throwing some comments in there. If you have ideas, like I said, I need an idea for Chavo's faction group. So please let me know, guys, what you're thinking, and we'll see you guys next time for the WCW Wednesday Night Nitro.